This light is a little bright. I can't even tell if anyone's on here, so that's kind of funny. Pardon me, I'm still learning. Okay. All right. I don't think anyone's here. I'm just talking to myself. Oh, nope. I'm not talking to myself. Hi. Hello. And welcome. This is a foundation paper piecing class. Are you here because that you saw like the videos, or are you interested in that? You can introduce yourself in the comments. Just going to be like waiting for people. I do know that some people are coming. I have the worst vision, so I'll get like super close to the screen to read comments and stuff, so bear with me. But yeah, some more people will show up. The lesson starts at 8. So I'm just going to hang out and be awkward for a few minutes. Yeah, let's see. Just heard my daughter scream, or not scream, she's not screaming, she's like, "Mommy," from her bedroom. She's like almost 2, so it's adorable. Hi. Oh, Quilting Curve Studios, are you here for the class? Yay. Hi. All right, we have 2 people. This is exciting. The class doesn't officially start till 8. So please just like hang around, introduce yourself in the comments. This is like a place to be like chill and get to know each other. Like I want this kind of to be like a friendship, get to know each other kind of thing. I would have a cup of coffee with me, but that is a bad idea. I will stay up for the rest of the evening if I have any caffeine. So no coffee. Can you guys hear me okay? Please let me know. I want to make sure that everything's coming through okay. I'm so excited. I don't know if you were here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I get... Sorry, I can't... Oh, no, I understand. So I think TikTok like saves the video and then I'll be able to download it later. And I'll like upload it to something else, or I don't know where I'm going to do it just yet, but there will be the video saved so you can access it and all the information later. You can also download the free course guide on the link in my bio. So you can, I think she's gone. But if you're still here, yeah, you can download that. And also you can email me at any point or message me and I will answer any questions. Yeah, so I wonder, I'm gonna like play around while we're waiting. I have not really messed around with live too much yet, so I don't know. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you again. That would be really cool. I like making friends on the internet because, I don't know, just because it's safe on the internet sometimes. Sometimes it's safe on the internet, sometimes it's not. I don't know if you can hear me when I mumble like that. Let me know if you can't hear me and I will speak up. I am super shy and I tend to think that I'm speaking louder than I actually am. So I don't know what, I'm going to get like awkwardly close to the screen so I can read what some of these things are. I apologize. If you're coming in, look at here, just get a nice little view of my roots. Okay, what does this button do? Okay, all right, All right, I don't think we need any of those buttons. All right, so yeah, almost 8. Kind of feel like that time when I was a kid and I invited a bunch of people to my birthday and then no one came. It was really sad. I mean, it's not even 8 yet, and I'm thinking about that. That just kind of shows you how I think sometimes. Don't be like me. Yep. Oh, there's more buttons. Let's see, co-host. Oh, okay, no, we don't need those buttons either. All right. So excited. Nervous and excited. I really don't know if anyone else is still here, but yeah, I am. Oh, my screen just turned on the night light and I don't like how it looks. Turn that off real quick. Okay, yeah. Hi. I feel like saying hi is like my comfort thing right now. Like, hi, or yeah. This is my first time doing a live class. Actually, it's my first time doing a class. Period. And I've been wanting to do it for a long time. But no one has taken me up on that offer yet. Makes me a little sad. Oh, hi. Hello. So we are just waiting for people to show up before we start the class. So if you are here, just like introduce yourself in the comments. I don't know like where you're coming from, if you're coming from here or somewhere else, or if you know like what this is about. If not, this is a live foundation paper piecing class. And that's a way to piece quilts if you're like just, coming here from like, I think TikTok recommends things. Hold on, I get really close to the screen because I have bad vision. Oh, yay, hi. Okay, so I think you're going to be one of my Jane Austen pattern testers, so this is exciting. Hi, it's nice to meet you. If you want to introduce yourself more down in the comments, like, I don't know who is here, but, I kind of like want to create some sort of a community, getting to know each other, all that stuff. So tell me a little bit more about yourself in the comments if you want to. I think I'm gonna wait about like 10 minutes before I start like any sort of like teaching. Also like, I'm gonna just fix my computer real quick because it decided like an hour ago it was gonna update and clean itself. So I'm just gonna see if that's situated real quick. Yay! I'm so excited. Yeah, I love, hold on. Obviously, I love foundation paper piecing. I do not have the mental patience. Well, when I first started, I didn't have the patience to like do the scant 1/4 inch of like regular piecing and making things line up perfectly. So foundation paper piecing, like giving you that guide to know like, okay, this is where I sew. And if I sew this and I have a big enough piece of fabric, it's going to look just fine. And I put in the wrong password. Didn't help that my caps lock was on. All right. Wonder if, so I have not really done, I think I did live once and I like did it for like 10 minutes. So I'm really not sure like how this all works, or how I can see who's here. What does this button do? Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, it's, yep. So even if there's one person here, I'm still going to do this. So it'll be fun. Okay, my computer's being funny, so luckily it's just my laptop and my desktop works, so bear with me on that. So if you're here for the foundation paper piecing class, make sure you hop over to the link in my... Yes, you have to have like 1,000 followers to get live on TikTok. I like finally got it. I could have like taught on IG Live a while ago. I don't know why I haven't, but like TikTok gave me a goal, and so here I am. But if you haven't downloaded the course guide, you just go follow the link in my bio, and it should be in my Linktree options. And if you're have any issues with that, yay, my computer's working. Okay, if you're having any issues with that, let me know, and I'll help walk it. Oh, good, you got the download. Perfect. Yay, this is gonna be fun. So, do you mind sharing like where you're from? I'm in Oklahoma. We've been here for a few years. My husband's military, so we move around quite a bit. That's nice. We used to live in Panama City. That's where we were before we were here. Luckily, we weren't there when Hurricane Michael hit. We were there, I think, a year after. Nice. Do you like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. Florida, I have to say, I mean, I liked it, but I think it was wasted on me because I am not a summer beach kind of girl. So, but I definitely liked Florida, not the heat though. God, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible. All right. I am gonna be right back. I'm gonna like set up my computer so that we can see how to, oh, sorry. Beach. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah. All right. I'll be right back. I cannot like talk and type at the same time. So, and I apologize for being awkward. I hate the sand too, by the way. Like, we went to the beach once while we were there, and like, we brought so much sand home. It was miserable. Make sure I'm connected to the internet. I am. Okay. All right, then good. We should be good to go. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Have you seen the block that we're going to make? Okay, good, cool. That's awesome. Yay. All right. So this is going to be, I'll probably, since I'm going to save the video, sorry. Yay. Since I'm going to save the video, I'll probably walk through the steps anyway so that like people who are going to watch the video later will know what to do. I might have to pause in just a second before we start. I hear my daughter yelling. I don't know if my husband can. Oh, no, he's taking care of it. Awesome. All right. So, got one more minute. We'll see if anyone else shows up, and then we will get started. Okay. How many do you have? Oh my, yes, nice. That is nice. Are they all grown or are they still young? Oh, that's nice. And so they must be like close together in age. Did they get along? Oh, hi. Looks like we have another person. If you want to, we're getting ready to start the lesson. So if you want to introduce yourself down in the comments, that would be really cool so we can get to know you. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. 2 years apart. My kids are also, so Kathy, she is getting ready to turn 2, and Tori is 4. All right, so, okay. I'm going to go ahead and start the lesson. So for our newcomer, if you didn't plan on being here and like TikTok just like brought you here, this is a live foundation paper piecing course. We're learning how to quilt with this, or piece quilts with this method. Sorry, I just heard one of my kids crying. So it's like the mom, like the spidey senses, but the mom senses like, oh, what's going on? That's no big deal. So we're good. So this is a live foundation paper piecing course. It's going to be totally chill. Sorry, I get distracted when I hear like people walking or whatever. So I'm just going to explain what foundation paper piecing is. I know like you probably know already what it is if you're here. But I am going to save the video so that it's accessible to people afterwards. And so I'm going to be explaining it for them too. So basically, there are 3 types of piecing quilts. There is the traditional, I don't know what the official word is, but I just call it the traditional method, where you take fabric, cut it into like squares and triangles, and then use like a scant 1/4 of an inch seam allowance and piece it. And it's kind of difficult, but here is an example of a block that is done this way. I thought I would show this one off because it fits with the tea bag theme. So this is done with the traditional method. The third method is English, or not third, I'm on 2. The second method is English paper piecing, which is you take a shape of paper and then wrap fabric. Oh man, you cannot see the white on white. I don't know if I have any yellow, any paper. Oh, I do. Okay, here we go. So there's cardstock in here, and then the fabric is wrapped around it, and you hand stitch the seam. Foundation paper piecing is where your pattern is print it off on paper. You'll cut it out, and you will use this as a guide to place your fabric. And sorry, I will like continuously apologize for this. It looks like someone joined. So hello. If you're here for the class, please introduce yourself down in the comments. I think someone joined. I have like a notification at the bottom. You know what? Sorry, I get distracted. But if there is another person here, please introduce yourself in the comments. So foundation paper piecing, like I said, is you use this as a guide to place your fabric and to also know what order to sew in. And you will, if you see this line, you will be sewing on this line. That's where your seams are. So it may look a little intimidating right now, but trust me, it takes the complicated precision out of quilting. Hi, hello, hi. So introduce yourself down below. I really want to get to know you guys. And I know like some people are coming from like Facebook, Instagram, and I might know a handle or a name from over there and not, put them together here. So just introduce yourself, where you're coming from, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I'm, if you don't know, my name is Jessie Sharon Craft. I am a quilt pattern designer. I design, oh, hello, okay. Yay! Okay, so you already do you do English paper piecing, or have you done foundation paper piecing before? Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. Sorry for like if I'm going to be awkward, but it's just who I am. So, okay, there we go. FPP and nice. Are those when you say the elephant and the wolf, are those like Violet Craft, her patterns, or is that someone else? I know there's quite a few like animal foundation paper piecing patterns, and I know she has like an elephant one. Oh yes, I think it would be so funny. So obviously I'm not Violet Craft. I am someone else. But my last name is also Craft, which is hilarious. Yeah. I really think it would be so funny if her and like my related on my husband's side of the family. That would be so funny. So yes, we have two people out there making foundation paper piecing patterns with the last name Craft. I really want to meet her one day because I think it would be just so cool. So, right. So let's get to it. If you haven't already, there is a course guide over on the link in my bio. If you want to go over there and like download it, we're gonna go through it. And if you've done FPP before, I'm sure you already know, but it's just gonna be really exciting to get to know you guys. And yeah, let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna take this off the stand because we are gonna go download the course guide. And like I've mentioned before, this video is going to be accessible to other people later on the down the road. Oh yay! I don't know who liked this, but thank you. That makes my day. So we're gonna download this. I'm gonna figure out how I can switch this. Oh no, can I not switch it? Oh no. Okay. I think I should have. Oh. I apologize. I think this is kind of funny. I should have figured out how to do this before we started. And enhance. Oh, okay. There it is. Thank you. I thought that was just going to be filtered, so I didn't click on it. All right. So to get to the pattern, I'm just going to go on my Instagram real quick. I think that's going to be the quickest way to get to the pattern. And now I can see all your comments without getting super close. So if you hear my kids, my husband's got them. So, uh-oh. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, so if you see here, week 1 FPP class guide, that's what you're going to click. And it'll download, and it should look like this. And we'll go through it. We can skip my bio. Okay, so let's start with this page. Yeah. So we're going to start with this page. This is the quilt pattern that we are going to work on. It's called You Can Brew It, and there are 2 ways that you can get this pattern. First is you can get it for free by joining my email list as an incentive to get on my email list. So to do that, you're going to go to, if we go back to my Linktree, and you can get to the Linktree through TikTok, I believe, as well. So you're going to click on website. And I believe the course guide will have the all of this linked in there. And you will click on Quilt Block Mania. You Can Brew It Free Tea Bag Foundation Paper Piecing Pattern. That is a mouthful. And you'll go down to where you can find I think I went too far. Blah, blah. Yes, so you'll see on this paragraph how to get the pattern. There's a link to a form that you can fill out. And you'll just put your email address, first name, and then you'll click the tea bag. As I get more free patterns, there will be links so that you can choose which ones you would like to receive. So that would be the form that you would fill out to get it for free. The second option to download the pattern is through Etsy. Oh, I think I can get there. Yeah, so you'll just go shop. Or you can just Google search my handle on here as well, and it should bring up my store. So then you'll just scroll down until you, see, right there. I have it on here just in case anybody wants, like, if they feel led or if they want to, they can purchase it. It's $3.50. That's like half of what I normally charge for a pattern. So that is how you can get the pattern. So you're just, add it to cart. And if you haven't purchased patterns on Etsy before, you'll want to download, wait for the email to come through and then click the link in the email to download the pattern. For some reason, you cannot download patterns in the app. So you'll either have to go through the email or go through your browser and, go into your orders and all that jazz. So yes, this is how, and by the way, I'm doing it this way. You apparently have to have 18,000 followers on TikTok to be able to share your screen. So maybe one day that'll be a thing, but right now we're going to be awkward and homemade, I guess. Yeah, so that is how we download the pattern. And we're going to want to print off the pattern too. Let's see. Debating whether or not I want to continue on this computer or go over to my other computer. because I already have it downloaded over there. Oh, perfect, perfect. Okay, thank you. That makes me feel so much better. Hello, hi friend. Okay, so if you're new here, this is a live foundation paper piecing quilt course. We are going to be working on this pattern right here. And there is, if you go over into the link in my bio, you can get a free course guide of what we're going to follow today. We're just basically going over how to download the pattern, how to print the pattern, and how to, or what supplies you need. So right now we're downloading the pattern, which you can get on Etsy. This is my shop name, and this is what the pattern is called. Or you can get it for free by joining my email list. It will be on my website, crafttowardsjoy.com. I don't know what that is. Ignore that. That's not anything. But the website is crafttowardsjoy.com. This is the post you're going to want to click, and the form you're going to want to fill out is right there. And you'll want to make sure that you check the teabag pattern. So now we're going to, I'm going to go over to my other computer. I'm going to do this so you don't see my messy house. Okay, so yeah, I downloaded it over here, but I don't think there's like yeah, I don't think I had it downloaded on that. I should have downloaded it before I started, but let's see, where are we at? Yeah, here we go. So once you download it, this is what it's going to look like. So this was the first pattern I did in this new style, which is very much more aesthetically pleasing. But if you get any of my older patterns, they haven't been switched over to this style, so you might be a little disappointed. So yeah, this is what your pattern is going to look like when you I'm going way too fast. I'm sorry. And please comment if you have a question, or if you want me to make an adjustment on anything that I'm doing. This is my first time doing it. I'm really nervous and I'm really shy, and those things are just not good combinations. So yeah, we'll have a table of contents, tips, a fabric chart, and this will tell you all the pieces of. Oh, thank you so much. That really means the world. So this is going to be your fabric chart, and it will tell you for the background, these are all the pieces that will be using that fabric. Then if you are into printing off the whole thing, there is a swatches page where you can tape or glue. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the legs. I don't know why, but the legs are making my day. So yeah, you can put your fabric swatches in here. This is the diagram. The red lines will show you how where everything goes together. And coloring sheet, because thank you. I really like the legs. I don't know. I'm a child on the inside. And hence I'm a child on the inside who doesn't want a coloring page. So we'll have our sewing order, and we're going to go through all of this in a few minutes. So what you're going to do then is you're going to come up here to File. You should be in Adobe. This is really important. You need to be in Adobe. Don't do it from your browser. Don't do it from your phone. In your Adobe on a computer. So if you need to make notes, oh boy, we have another person, I think. Oh, hi. Or as my 4-year-old daughter says, we have another human. She's so funny. Someone came up to the door the other day. I'm going to flip the camera over to tell you the story. So she to dress up, and she had a lion costume she was watching in the so she's the over the person's like, oh, what are you stop as? And she's like, I'm so sorry. She says, oh, what are you? Are you a lion? And she's like, no, I'm a human. So cute. Back to pattern. Like I'm a pro at flipping the camera now. Anyways, so we are on Adobe. Once we've downloaded the pattern, we're on Adobe, not the browser. We go to File and Print. And this little box will come up. This is why it's important to do it on the browser and not on your phone. Sometimes you can get away with doing it on your phone. When I'm really impatient, I will do it on my phone, but for accuracy, you will want to do it on the browser. Now, the number of pages you want to print is up to you. I know a lot of people, and I personally would only print the pages with the patterns. Some people might like to print the whole thing, and that's totally fine. But to save on ink and paper, you might want to just print the only the pattern pages. I'm sorry, I was like looking for the page numbers, like to see where the first one is, but I'm not seeing it. I'm sure there's like some easy way to find it. Oh yeah, so here's the first page. So you'll want to print from page 9 through 12 to save on paper and ink. So yeah, so you'll go over here and adjust 9 through 12. And here's the important thing. So see, I've pulled this up, and for some reason it says shrink oversized pages. You do not want that clicked. You don't want fit clicked, and you don't want custom scale clicked unless you're trying to resize the pattern for whatever, particular thing you want to do. But for the just starting off, you want actual size clicked. And that's going to ensure that everything is the right size and that this square right here is going to be 1 inch. So at this point, if you're hooked up to and you know what? You'll want to like actually select your printer from here. But I don't have my printer selected. I'm not actually going to print this off. So right now. But yeah, so once you've done that, you'll hit print. It'll print off. And actually, let me take all that back. So the first thing you're actually going to want to do is just print page 9 by itself before you print anything else. Because wouldn't it be a shame? Wouldn't it be a shame for you to print off all of those pages just for the square not to be lined up? So that's actually what you need to be doing first. Print off page 9, take it over and measure this square. And I'm going to like roll back over to my other table to show you how that's done. And my battery is getting low. It was pretty good before I started this. My battery's draining normal, so I'll up in a second. Okay, we're back. And the moment where I forgot while we were even here. So I wasn't prepared, and I did the pattern before. I'm using another one of the patterns that I bought, and we're going to shout out my other paper piecing friends. So I'm going to flip camera. So this is the Rise of Freedom pattern from Sasha Quilts. She's a Ukrainian designer, and the proceeds from this pattern are like going to help refugees. So you'll definitely want to check her out if you're interested in that. So once you print it out, you'll see like a box. So hers is like green and it has arrows and 1 inch. Mine is like, for this pattern, it's black, but I have now started adding like a hole in this whole square to, you know, help you with the ink. So once you will take your ruler and you'll just line it up. And just to make sure that it's 1 inch. And honestly, it doesn't really, I personally think it doesn't matter if it's just a hair over. I wouldn't change anything. But, you know, if it's not 1 inch, and this is 1 inch, but if it's not 1 inch, you'll just want to go and adjust that percentage setting to be a little bigger, a little smaller, depending on what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to go back over here to our, where is it? Right here. Our little course pamphlet, which, by the way, I got up this morning, I was like, you guys need a pamphlet. So I spent all day making this. So now we're going to go through our supply list. So the first thing you're going to want is a sewing machine. This is the difference between English paper piecing and foundation paper piecing. English paper piecing is done by hand. Foundation paper piecing is done on the machine. You can't, I don't want to say you can't do it by hand, but I don't know if it would be fun to do it by hand. So there are plenty of great beginner machines if you don't have one already, but I'm assuming that if you're here, you've already got one. So number 2, you're going to want a printer, paper, and ink. Obviously, we just talked about printing off our pattern. So, of course, we're going to need means to do so. And if you don't have a home computer or a home printer, your local library will. And sometimes they'll let you print for free. Sometimes, I mean, I think my local library, it's like 10 cents per page. So that's a great resource. All right, the third thing you're going to want is a cutting mat. And it'll be something like this, a self-healing. I believe this is Fiskars. I probably butchered that. I don't know if that's how you say their name, Fiskars. But they are a great company. I think they have a good, like, warranty policy. So, like, something happens, they'll send you a new one. Yeah, and mine is 18 by 24. And I also use, like, a rotating cutting mat. I find that to be helpful when I'm like trimming things and I don't want to move my piece, but like that's not necessary. You don't need a rotating cutting mat. All right, next is rotary cutter and blades. Here you go. If you've quilt, you know what a rotary cutter is. You'll have to be very careful because it's sharp. And we will use this to be cutting our seam allowance after we sew and before we sew. So the rotary cutter is, you could do this by with scissors if you wanted to. And when I'm being lazy, I absolutely, oh, thank you for sharing. I can't believe I didn't notice that until now. Thank you. But yeah, so if you can do it by scissors, but I recommend the rotary cutter and blades. You will be going through, because you'll be cutting paper as you trim too. So rotary cutter necessary. And oh yeah, paper will dull your, and it's not mentioned in the guide, but you should absolutely have a pair of paper scissors. And if you want, you should also have a pair of fabric scissors. And the two should not be intermingled. And I mean, unless you get joy out of it, then by all means go for it. but paper will dull your blade, so that's just something to keep in mind. So then iron and ironing board, you can absolutely use a regular iron and a regular ironing board. When I first started, I did, but it was not very fun walking back and forth from the table. So I eventually invested in a craft iron. This is I just got this one because my little one kicked the bucket a couple months ago. So Aliso is a good brand. I do like this, but if you want something cheap, Steam Fast is about the same size, and I think it's like $25 on Amazon. So, but this one has like an, on-off switch, and my little brain likes to forget that I've turned things on. And Steam Fast, like you plug it in and anyways, then I also have a wool pressing mat, and this is from Project Wool. You might want to, if you want a wool pressing mat, you should order from them because they are 100% wool. I know like a lot of people, one of the things is, I'm just now noticing a stain on my pressing mat. I'm wondering what that's from. Anyways, sorry if I bored anyone. I think someone left. I'm sorry. So you'll want a 100% wool pressing mat, and it's going to smell terrible when you start using it, but it's so worth it. Your blocks are going to be a lot more flat and crisp when you press, as opposed to a normal iron and ironing board. And it's very convenient because you can just like sit it right next to you, and you don't have to get up and move it. And so it like makes it quicker. I'm going to skip the notes page. All right. Next is thread. So your basic thread that you can get for cheap is Coats and Clark. And the next up is Gutermann. And these you can both get at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. I don't know about Michael's. I don't really ever go in Michael's. But yeah, you can get those at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. But my preference is Aurifil. I tried it once and I like never went back. It is just really nice thread. I believe it's 100% cotton. Let me see. Yeah, it's 100% cotton. And if you get the big spools, it's actually cheaper than Coats and Clark. So one spool of this can last me like 3 quilts. It's crazy. So like it just adds up, like, yeah. Also, you're gonna want to buy your thread, or if you're getting gifted newer thread, like, you want to make sure that it's like newer, because funny, I didn't know this until my mother-in-law pointed it out. Older thread can get dry rot, and then that's going to cause like a bunch of lint, and can cause like knots in your machine. So yeah, because I've got like this whole wall right over there. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Of thread that I don't use anymore because it's like super, super old. So it's just like a pretty... Okay, now I don't know how to zoom out. Man. Swipe left. God. Okay. I think I figured it out. I'm so sorry. I'm like, I just turned 30 the other day. Like, the older I get, the more I'm like, technology, what is this? Okay, so pins and wonder clips, like, okay, so FPP is great. It does most of the things up. Even quickly. But you're going to want the 2 points your sewing sections up for this and right flag kind of right. And you're going to, and that's slice. I'm going to pop this thing back and we do. I cannot think 5 things. I things that and like, let me flip the camera real quick. We're gonna go to questions and like maybe just comment. I know you guys. Else, guys. Okay. Thank God. All right. So we're not going to questions. I think all I have tonight is basically going the ways and over how to print the pattern. Taking this really walking step by step. This week we're going to out and doing our first. So let me grab the charger real quick so we don't die or die. Phone. My has to get on the live. So yes. Oh, no. Okay. Still live. I don't know if this is going to change the audio. All right. So now I'm going to be taking questions or just what do you? How is this like a class session? Very so very this is so is appreciated. Doesn't we don't limit it to be worth it. Any question? When questions come in, get really so I can read. And exactly, of course, I don't have the worst eyesight. Okay. Great. I only have one right now. A lot of here. What I use patterns? So I use Eat, the software. So a free software called Quillant dip into it. I got Christmas, so since I worked them both, like a lot, but I mean, with the learning curve, I recommend QA. It's a little, I think, worth it. That being said, yep. I also use to pattern. I haven't like got it 3 days ago. I'm dabbling in graphic, so I'm gonna do a course in that. So I'll know how that. All right. There's a going on about living in Oklahoma. All right. Well, if there are no questions, I'm gonna off here and convince Obi-Wan me. All right. Well, but it really guys back next thing standard time to start working. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. This was really fun, and I hope to see you guys next week. All right. I'm gonna figure out how to end this. Oh, good. Thank you. That really means the world to me. That it really does. Thank you so much.